third BCCP. In creating an animation, today's topic is making texture. Making is the process of creating a flat texture for your mesh that's based on what your mesh looks like when you render it. What good is that? Well, for one example, render making is really useful to people who want to create models for use in video games. For example, to run real-time video games. Although this technique is used a lot in video games, render making is also helpful when creating animated models for film or television. If you can create a model that looks really detailed but still has a relatively low vertex count, the rendering and animation process goes faster.
To Blender's video editor, final render. Render sequence as image. First set the output format to a video format. Example FFmpeg with MP4 container and H264 codec, and choose render animation to render a video directly. Edit in video editor. Alternatively, render the animation as a sequence of individual image as described in step 4 into a dedicated folder. Import into Blender's video editor. Open Blender's video editor, add an image sequence from your output folder and set the end frame to the number of images. Final render. Configure your desired video format in the output properties. Tab and render the animation again from the video editor to get your final video file. The video file shows how to create an animation sequence images in Blender.
Discovering texture bake option in Cycle. There are a lot of choices in the bake type. The following are the most commonly used bake type combined. This is the whole mesh texture, vertex color, shadows, ambient.
Ambient optical.
This is the whole mesh texture. Okay, this is the whole mesh texture, method color, shadows, ambient occlusion, specular highlights. The work highlights the works. If you have this bake type selected, you can use the check boxes and in the influence subpanel to sensitively toggle which specific material attributes you would like to bake.
Thank you. My name is Richard, and in baking texture there are UV topics there. When you choose this option and the UV textures coordinates of your measures are baked or color data. In a way, the resulting image looks like results when you're baking using the normal bake time, but the color data interpret differently. When you see it, the roughness, if your material has nodes, then make use of roughness value, and you can bake all those of roughness values to single image using this bake time. For materials that also light sources, like if you have a robot with glowing eyes, you can bake strength of efficiency value to textures with this bake time. Model in render engine that doesn't have ray traced reflections. You may want to generate an environment map, use this bake type to generate. That kind of map based on the reflections, the cycles that generates for your
BSc department. Today I am going to talk about the environment. Environment cycles videos have no native support for automatical generating environment map because they rely on the ray type reflections. However, if you need to use model rendering engine, they does not have ray tracks reflections. You may want to generate an environment map. Use this bake type to generate this kind of map based on the reflection that cycles generate for your material.
By using this option, you can make editors, connection of to the color, socket of the color, BSDF, status, base color socket of a principal, BSDF in your material node network. If you want to make vertex color, this is how you do it. Glosses. The glosses option makes the result of a reflection on the object. This works fine for static sensors, but if anything in those reflection is animated, the result of this break is inanimate.
From CG. My topic is transmission. Similar to your glossy bake type, this option makes the result of your material. You bake texture gets one see-through transparent parts of your material. Subsurface. Choose this bake type to bake the influence of surface scattering in your material. Thank you.
Textures does not need to be connected to the sockets of any other shaders. It just need to exist somewhere in the shaders editor. So the process for baking goes something like the following. Create a new image in the image editor at the size you want. Check the see adding a text grid early in this chapter. Make a mental note of your texture. Make even better naming something that makes sense like diffuse bake.
have seen about baking texture in graphic animation and tools, and also we have seen about the features in CAD.